Hello there loves, hope we've all been well. So sorry I couldn't post last week. I got really overwhelmed with work, but good news is we are back, and this week's project is of these two pants that I got at Toy Market for 30 shillings each. That I then transformed into this cute number that was for sure a literal work in progress that I kept changing as I went along. So if you'd like to see what I mean by this, then just keep watching. I took the white pants and cut it off right below the crotch area. I then opened it up and trimmed off the crotch sides. Next, I proceeded to cut off the waistband and counter-check the measurements just to ensure I had enough to work with, but then changed my mind on using this piece as the bodice. I trimmed off about an inch and put this set aside. I took one of the bottom leg pieces and opened it up, then measured about 17 inches and cut it out. I then took my bodice pattern to trace this piece and trimmed off one side just to make sure it was more aligned. Next, I took one of the pieces and cut it in half. This was going to be my back piece. I then proceeded to make darts to the front piece and place the three pieces aside. I took the black pants and cut off the waistband. Next, I folded the open sides inwards and pressed them with an iron like so. I then used this to hem the top section of the bodies on all three pieces using my favorite pattern stitch. Next, I joined the two back pieces with loose running stitches. After this, I joined the back piece to the front piece, then placed it aside. I took the remaining black pants and measured about 20 inches, then flipped it up to lock that measurement and cut it out. I then opened one side of each piece and joined them together to make one long piece. Next, I did one-sided pleats and pinned them down, then proceeded to stitch them in place. I took the bodies and opened the loose back joint and proceeded to pin the bottom piece to the bodies and stitch them together. I installed a zip off camera and tried the dress on to realize that I didn't like it at all. I was initially planning on doing a poofy skater bottom, but I'd need more fabric for this, so I opted to change the whole design and stitch the pleats closed to make a pencil bottom. This was a bad idea because I tried the dress on again and it couldn't go up my thighs, let alone my hips, so I ended up opening the slits again and left just one close at the front and back side, and this allowed the dress to fit my frame perfectly since the fabric was thick and stretchy. I then took the other bottom piece and opened one side and cut off the bottom. Next, I eyeballed a strip about 5 or 6 inches thick, then used it to trace another strip and join these two pieces together. I then press the sides like so, then use this to hem the bottom of the dress and stitch the back close. Next, I took the initial first piece and stitched the pocket close. I then pressed gum on the inner side of this piece to make it more sturdy, then stitched all the sides close. I made a strip with the remaining black pants and pressed it like so, then proceeded to stitch this around the white piece. I used this piece to make this huge bow, and with that I was all done. Here's the final look, which wasn't the initial design I was going for, but love so much all the same. Do share your thoughts on it and feel free to share with your friends. I will end here for now and wish you all an amazing day and weekend ahead. Bye loves!